Hello again, everybody. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and I just had a look at my now 16 days old theme run poll. By the way, in case you're wondering what the birds are reacting so crazily to, there's birds outside that are digging our bird feeder out on the porch, and they can hear both that and me making noise, so they just want you to know that they're here. Morning, guys. So the theme run poll has selected for this run, for this particular themed run, Death from the Castlevania series. So again, thank you very much to everyone who voted. So let's go over the run now. Death is of course a dark entity who is very powerful. So I figured the Venture Robe, even with the maximum health decrease, would be about the best thing going for it, especially considering everything else I'm going to be using. I'm using Null Flash agents because that's the best way I can think of to emulate Death's, aura of random scythes, is just to throw these guys out there. And in a similar vein, I'm also using Flare Rush. Yes, I could use Chaotic Rift or Chaotic Echoes, but again, I feel that this best emulates the Death Scythe ability. And then basically I have two variants on swinging a large bladed object. Crystalline Balestra to simulate him just dashing in and swinging that big sickle of his, and Chaos Reaper to simulate him dashing in and swinging that big sickle of his. Death is not the most complicated of creatures in the Castlevania series. And yet, even with that, he does have some crazy skills that I'll hopefully be able to really play around with. So, if I were interested in doing the front-loading thing, I would be going to the Chilling Dungeons, but I think this time we're just gonna go. Actually, I'm fine getting Atlas out of the way early. Totally fine with that. So what sorts of things am I going to be looking for this presents? Man, as you all know, I love presents. And actually, I am okay with most of these. Lotus Froststone, cool. This one. I'm not going to take the Sparrow Windstone, because I don't necessarily want enemies being pushed away from me. When I was designing the run, one of the first ways I thought of to emulate the whole Death Scythe thing was to... There we go. Alright, I'm liking where this is going. This is a far cry from the last run I did. Hey Dark Sage, why don't you just use the portal? These portals are for losers, didn't you know? Hey, if you really want to get work done, you just gotta hoof it. There we go. Alright. Beautifully done. So because of how Death works, I have a very interesting amount of control over the battlefield, and I would like to keep it that way. So for those of you who haven't played Castlevania in a while, or perhaps have never played Castlevania, you poor souls. Ah, I screwed up. Should have just summoned them right away. What was I thinking? What do we have here? So that could be nice. So could Dice of the Nemesis. Although, for what it's worth, I don't exactly have what one would call a great critical hit setup. So I think the combo gloves are where I'm going to have to leave it. So this will allow me 3 swings at a time with the scythe, or 2 swings and then dash, or if I have enough time to set it up, 2 dashes. But that's only if I have enough time. That's not something I just throw out randomly. But yeah, like I was saying, one of the ways I was thinking on emulating the Death Scythe aura was to use an aura stone, but looks like the game took care of that for me. So just having passive auras is a very, very good thing for me right now. Where am I? Okay. So, for those who either don't know or just haven't played a Castlevania game in a while, death is essentially... Oh, look at this. Okay, wow. Everything's coming up roses this run. Death is essentially Dracula's right-hand man, which that should tell you quite a lot if even a neutral entity like Death is taking orders from Dracula. Alright, we are in a difficult spot right now. Oh, thank you for the token of health. I will gladly take that. Okay, maybe we're not in as difficult a spot as I thought. Now, that should basically tell you what Crash Knight is all about. If you underestimate him, he's just going to take a chunk of health straight out of your anus. Here we go. No, I can't think of a single Castlevania game where Death hasn't appeared. And he was even a playable character in that weird, like, fighting game spin-off Castlevania Judgment. That should tell you quite a bit. Okay, this room is painful for me. That's the one problem with the Cobalt Firestone, is that it makes explosive barrels even more dangerous. There we go. Alright, looking good. That was a complete miss. Whew. Alright, my throat is... My apologies. This is gross, but I gotta get that crap out of there so I can breathe properly. So, Death himself doesn't exactly have what one would call a huge amount of story. I may be back to the water cushion. And he is exactly what you would think of him to be. Just a skeletal figure in a robe with a big ass scythe and a lot of anger issues. Guten Tag, Herr Doctor. Healthcare card. Okay. Not exactly the most useful thing in the world. Oh, wait, potion discount. Actually, yeah, that's fine. There we go. Looking sharp. Alright, so of these, I am going to take Dragon Blast. It's for a more thematic reason than you may think, so... Let me try to actually finish what I was saying. So, even though Death doesn't look any different from what one would expect, he's got some very interesting abilities canonically in the games. And usually Death is a multi-form fight, so even if you beat one form, you still have to have either enough health or wherefore to take out the second form. And usually that's where his really interesting abilities show up, because every first form of Death is very much the same. It's look, I'm Scary Skeleton in a robe, I have a scythe, I'm swinging it at you now, yes. But it's his second forms that are always really interesting, such as the giant death head from Castlevania 3. Or the one that I'm kind of thinking of when I'm talking about the white dragon here is he appears and he becomes a giant skeletal worm. I forget which game that's in, but trust me, it's there. What I'm trying to say is that Death is a very interesting, multifaceted enemy in Castlevania, and definitely deserving of a little... I mean, he gets plenty of respect, let's be fair. He's goddamn Death. Nothing passes through the underworld without his knowledge, or without him taking them there in the first place. But, Ascend... Oh, hello. What do we have here? There, got him. Toxic Bolus. That's not really a very death-like ability. Although poison is certainly nothing to laugh at. Okay, I'm just getting my ass kicked by these rogues here. Couldn't possibly be because they essentially have a one frame attack window, is it? I don't know. Look, I already told you, real men hoof it. Yeah, but against rogues, that's a good example of you don't necessarily want to use the charge attack because there's a good chance that they'll just hit you right out. So one thing I could really use, though, is the glove that charges up my charge basics faster. There we go. I need to be careful, of course, because I am running a build that has less health than usual. There we go. All right. Where the hell am I going anyway? So, in case you're wondering why I seem to be getting roasted so badly, it's basically bad decision making. What it boils down to is when you have the Chaos Reaper, you want to be going in. Like, I feel the need to go in there with the big heavy charge attack all the time. It's not always the right idea. I can honestly see Death flinging around exploding fireballs. Or, in other words, large scythes that smash things. But that's only part of the reason why I picked Exploding Fireball. The other reason, of course, is because I could use a little bit more long-range pressure. There we go. And especially since this robe comes with just a... okay, that's on sale, and I could use a little bit of extra defense while I'm dealing with... Shu and his garbage. There we go. Looking sharp. And moving on. And the times in which Death has really had a very interesting presence has been in the more search and explore Castlevania games, minus Castlevania 2 because that game has issues. I still have a strong nostalgia spot for that game, don't get me wrong. But I would be lying to myself if I said the game didn't have issues. For example, you know what the death fight is in that game? I'll tell you, embarrassing. Like, it's not even a multifaceted fight, just to give you an idea of how lame that one is. So Spice Rack is okay. I don't know, I'm not really seeing anything here that's inspiring a huge amount of content. Oh, that's right, they only cost 50! I was still working under the idea of them costing 100. I could have afforded a health potion. That crud. And that should tell you just how frequently I have the healthcare card. You know, insert allegory for the American healthcare system here. Oh, hey! I actually wasn't aware of or I wasn't paying attention to the idea that... That's right. Don't summon them in close quarters, summon them in preparation for a battle. Oh, silly. And we got close range, we got mid range, we got long range, we got free range, shooting range. I'm gonna stop now. Hi, so I'm gonna go grab that relic that I left behind because I don't really want it, and I'll just go ahead and give that to you. Also, why do I never remember your name? Cremire the Collector. Why am I having a hard time remembering that as of late? Well, Dark Sage, it's because as you're getting older, your memory is starting to fall more and more into what we call mush. Alright, you know what? I don't need that sort of logic from you. It's just very depressing. I don't need that. No, I think the real reason is because even though I know his name, I so rarely use his services that... it just, his name doesn't stick with me. See, at this point, I just kind of remember him as the guy that I made the Undermine joke about. Alright, well, we're definitely buying that. And you know, I think I'm also going to buy Dynamic Disarray, as that also is very Castlevania, and will probably be a bit more effective on this floor anyway. One more combat room I want to hit. See, and at this point, now I kind of want the Ring of Resolve. Ring of Reserves. Oh my god, my brain is just not working today. And again, what day is it working? Real honestly. That's just a dead end. Alright. Nice. This is the second time they've offered me the Toxic Bolus. Come on, y'all. That I'll take. But Dark Sage, it's dangerous! It is dangerous. But you know me. I like to live dangerously. Well, you know, if you want to live dangerously, there's one Arcana that you can take. I'm not taking it. That's not living dangerously. That's writing a suicide note. Oh yeah. I am death. You never stood a chance. Oh, lightning assholes. Okay, well, back to the white dragons. Alright, so now to try to continue the point that I had started talking about a while ago, but my brain isn't letting me finish sentences, or perhaps that's just me being a forgetful idiot. Owie. Death is at his most interesting when he actually has more significance to the story that's going on. Such as in Symphony of the Night, where his big thing is you will obey the master, you will obey the master, or I'm taking all your shit. Piranha Massacon is a maybe. But I already have one thing that's making it so I take more damage. Kind of indirectly, but still. How dare you jump over all of my attacks, jerk. There we go. Looking a little bit better now. So, as I'm slowly running out of things to spend my money on, the Dagger of Midas will become more and more useful. So, what the hell? Hey, it's basically doing nothing right now, but you know, let me get a little bit more money. This is just kind of the motto of real life, actually. Just let me get a little bit more money, and then maybe I can afford to, you know, have water. Which, by the way, I came across this very interesting, I guess you would call it a meme, but I mean, is it really a meme if it's just stating what's happening in real life? But basically comparing the differences between the different stimulus packages of the different countries, yeah, I feel that as an American, I'm just getting completely screwed. And that's probably been the case for years, but it's only just now manifesting, like, in my mind how really and truly screwed I am. But I'm not here to get on a political soapbox. I'm here to play a video game. We can worry about our real life problems later. Right now, let's just have some fun. I'm talking about death. So you mean the year 2020, right? Alright, I guess it's hard to escape that. Yeah, make no mistake, the whole death thing seems very relevant after 2020. So, I guess the question is, will 2021 be any better? And the answer is, I sure hope so. There we go. Looking sharp. Alright, now I am going to buy the Dynamic Disarray boost, because those charges will be useful against Sura. There's honestly nothing there I want to spend my money on, and with a full suite of Arcana, we can just spend this floor building up the Dagger of Midas. Mistakes were made. Yeah, as you can see, it's very easy to let yourself get caught up in the I have to use the big power swipe, and no, you don't. That's the thing. The scythe has enough range and enough damage that you don't need to use the power swipe all the time. Especially if you've got other arcana kind of making up for it. But you fall into that trap of, I gotta charge it up! I gotta charge it up! And then when you do that, you're spending more time just sitting there twiddling your thumbs than you are actually attacking. Sometimes it's better just to have the hitboxes out there. In other words, while you're using the Chaos Reaper, you gotta spend more time Okay. So, how do we do this? Wind, water. Oh, damn it. Wind, water. Damn it! Stop doing that! Hold on, if I want to open this, I gotta drop the Cobalt Firestone. Alright, so let's put you down for a minute. Wind, water. Wind. Lightning. Alright, so we've got Curse Eater's Mask, which isn't doing much, but I mean, it's still doing something. And Hunter's Stiletto. Alright, cool. It's not doing much, but it's doing something. Hello, Nocturne. I don't really have a need for your services, but let me come in here and, you know, temporarily wreck all your stuff. I thought you said using the portal was for pussies. Yeah, well, at the same time, it's hard to deny saving time. Well, why didn't you think like that earlier? Guys, have I at any point ever said anything along the lines of I am not an idiot? Because it's something you need to remember at all times, is that, hey, I'm kind of an idiot. Ow. How dare you fire pointy sticks at me? I'm not here for your target practice. Well, why are you selling me the dynamic disarray upgrade again? I already bought it. You trying to tell me, Iris? See, here's the thing. Even if I were to try to find a way to finagle another Arcana from Nocturne, I just don't think it would work out very well. So we're just going to use his portal to go to the boss room and clean house. Okay, yeah, that's right. I have to take care of the minions first, otherwise I'm never going to be able to get a hit in edgewise. Hey, have I mentioned that I hate you? Ugh. I mean, they're... No, I have health coming up here. I don't need it. Took way more damage than I wanted to, though. Here's a negative 60 on my score, just because I took a few too many hits. Blow to the stomach, blow to the face, hit to the groin. That one really hurt. Okay, so you basically get no time to hit their weak points, huh? Alright. Wow. Already going into their signature? Alright, yeah, they are very hyperactive. Thank you, Mr. Flash Agent. So, Water Dragons is, again, something that I think actually works out well, considering the, summon just things that fly around the screen and do damage. I think I'm going to stick with what I have, but it's very tempting, not going to lie. Yep, stick with what I have. Come join me in my crusade, my friend. I'm dumb. Let me show you what a real Null Flash Agent looks like, bitches. Look at that, we're all charged up again and ready to go. Not that I can do anything with it, but there you go. Ooh, I do like the idea of the puffy parka. I also think, oh no, because I can get rid of this. Alright, and we're still getting an 8% damage boost. That's not bad. I think we're ready. Perfect. That's why I wanted the dynamic disarray. Not only because it really well emulates Death's aura of scythes, but also bouncy things. And we know how well bouncy things work against a room of idiots. And no. Owie. It's alright, you can't get around big Null Flash Agent, can ya? Told you, I have the real Null Flash Agents, bitch. Alright, so that's Death, and my conversation got a little bit derailed because I didn't really know what to say about Death. I'm sorry. He's an interesting boss, but it's not really like a full-on character, which is kind of the problem I was having. I mean, it's not to say that he has, no personality, but his personality basically revolves around, I am intimidating, look at me, I am a skeleton man in a robe. I carry around a scythe, I summon mini-scythes. I have odd second forms in my multi-form battles, I am Death. So, again, I apologize if that was a little boring on that aspect. I don't know what to say about Death. I really don't. He's as intimidating as you would expect a big skeleton in a robe named Death to be. And his form that he takes in Castlevania Judgment is absolutely ridiculous. Seriously, go Google Castlevania Judgment Death right now and see just how ridiculous this strange character is. Like, he looks so like, they should have, I would have been happier if they had just used a blown up version of the sprite from Castlevania 1. That's how ridiculous Death in Castlevania Judgment looks. But anyways, I'm going to cut it there. Thank you guys very much for watching. The Thanatos run will be coming up in a couple of days, and of course we've got Mystery Box coming up, in which I will reveal the next themed run poll. I'm pretty sure it's going to be an interesting one. You guys aren't going to want to miss that. So, again, I appreciate you spending your free time with me. I know it's a bit of a commodity nowadays. And I will see you guys soon. My name is Dark Sage Walker. I will be seeing you.